Peace. Thank you for tuning in to the Late Bloomer Show. It's another episode of Walking and Talking. I'm your host, Reveal Allah. And tonight I want to talk about accountability. Accountability to me means responsibility. You know, dealing, as they say, dealing with home first. Starting with self, reflecting on self, and righting your wrongs. And there's many factors that play a role in why us so-called black people in America take accountability, but for the wrong stuff. For example, thugging, pimping, hustling, being a slave to the system or the so-called white man. I feel that we take too much responsibility for these types of things, which will be negative. Taking accountability for a lot of negative things. And, law of attraction. When we constantly on that vibration, manifesting ideas of negativity, we can't make it to the top. They got their foot on our necks. All the excuses we give to not come together and move as one. We even use colors and blocks that we don't own to divide us from, coming together. And, that's just due to constantly feeling like we're a victim. Positive accountability would be us taking responsibility for civilizing the world. We've been here before they even started to count history. Wherever the original people on this earth went that look like me and you, the so-called black here in America, we went to every part of the earth and civilized them. There's not one civilization on this earth that didn't take from the original. And I don't feel that we take enough accountability for that. Think in the mindset or the way we would move if we take accountability for what we're calling ourselves or what we say we were, kings and queens. So if that's our bloodline, right? If we was all so-called kings and queens that come from that, then shouldn't we reflect it? If the whole, slavery thing is true, if we want to take something out, we know that that's not the way we started. That was something that happened within the times, but that's not our origin. The word slave wasn't even, noted for us. It came from Slav, which was the Slavics in Europe. That name got thrown on us within time, through time of, the Reconstruction era and the changing and the creation of America. They flipped the script and started calling us slaves and fed us that mentality. That's the credit I could give them, is that that's what they taught. So if that's the only education out at the time. I can't hold our ancestors responsible, for their perspective of what they were at that time in history, if that's what was being taught. But, fast forward all the way to today, we have no excuse to be in that same mind state. Just a question. Why would a whole nother nationality, another race of people have respect for us if we don't have respect for ourselves? If we don't value life in our own community, why would somebody else want to value our life? You know what I'm saying? We got to take accountability for the value of our life. None of this stuff, the different inventions, the innovation that we brought to this world wouldn't be possible with a slave mentality. So, that's a learned behavior through time here in the wilderness of North America that we took on. And it's time to drop it. There's no excuse. The white man, he has no power than the power that you give him. Anybody, whatever color it is, you got to give them real estate to stay in your head. I mean, it's time for, I think it's a start. I'm not saying it's the total solution, but it's a start by each individual taking accountability for their own actions. As they say, if you know better, you do better. And from the looks of things, we still don't know better as a people. Yeah, there's some of us who progress, excel in different avenues from corporate America, sports, and not to knock it, but see, that's contributions to the corporation of America, something that we helped build, but we don't have no ownership over it. So, maybe it's just me, but I think for us to get our power back, we got to take ownership for our faults and where we went wrong and put the blame on ourselves and not somebody else. Peace.